Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be one that was inspired by Lauren from Lauren Mae Beauty. So I'll have her channel as well as her original video linked down below. She titled her video, "Which Beauty Guru Convinced You to Buy These Products?" and she posted this video during her nostalgia week. So today we're going to be talking about products that when I look at or when I think about that product, like I instantly think of this YouTuber, like this beauty influencer. Like there's just a connection between the influencer and the product in my mind. That is how we are going to be tailoring this video today. I recently did a different video that was inspired by the Honest Beauty Review, talking about favorite products in my collection that the purchases of those products were influenced by some of my favorite influencers. So if you want to check that video out, I will leave that link down below for you guys as well, but it's a little bit different than that one. These ones aren't necessarily favorite products, but like there's just a connection between this beauty influencer and the product, at least in my mind. So if you guys are interested, then stay tuned. First, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll consider doing so before you go. I post videos every single Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, we're gonna start with Jaclyn Hill. Now, I'm not trying to get in like the nitty gritty of like who is watching which influencers right now, but Jaclyn Hill I did religiously watch at one point for a long time in my life. And one product specifically that I think of when I think of Jaclyn Hill is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. This foundation was all she would talk about one summer, and she was just raving about this foundation. And if I remember correctly, this foundation was maybe like $64. I feel like it was in like the 60s. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it was only like 45. Regardless, it was an expensive foundation, but I had to have it because if it worked on Jaclyn Hill, surely it was going to work on me. And I'm not kidding when I say this is probably one of the worst foundations I've ever tried in my life. It was so greasy and dewy. It wasn't even dewy looking. Like it literally looked like you dunked your head in like whatever they cook french fries in at McDonald's. I looked so greasy when I wore this. I swear Jaclyn Hill like didn't put this, like I don't know how anyone could make that foundation look good on their face unless they like caked on so much powder, but I don't know. But that is one thing that I always think of because I remember how excited I was for this foundation. I thought my skin was going to look perfect and beautiful and flawless when I wore it. And I remember my sister also purchased this as well. And a few months later, her and I were talking about like how we felt about the foundation. And she was like, yeah, I just feel like, you know, like my skin, it just, it doesn't look great. And I was like, oh my gosh, me too. And both of our pumps had broken on ours. Like we just experienced some of the same issues. The most frightening being that it was just so greasy. So that is definitely like a product I always think of when I think of Jaclyn Hill. Next up is a product that I still have in my collection, and when I show you guys the product, I guarantee you will instantly know which beauty influencer I'm talking about. Who am I talking about? This is the RCMA No Color Powder. It's obviously Katheleenlights. She just brought this product to life. I remember when she started talking about this was in like the days that there was like no other powder on the market except for the Mercier translucent powder, and I hated that powder. It did not work for me. So I was really happy when she started talking about this powder because I was like, oh, like a powder that's going to actually work for me. And I will say I do like this powder. I feel like this powder does work pretty well for me in terms of a loose setting powder. I think going forward I won't repurchase just because I love the Hourglass Ambient Light loose setting powder like so much, even though that's a lot more expensive. I just love the finish that gives to the skin. I have so much of this left too, so much, but definitely Katheleenlights and like this product, just there is that connection. Next up is a product that I also still currently have in my collection, and I absolutely love this product. It's actually a hair care product, and this is like a forever repurchase for me. This is the Olaplex No. 3, and the first person that I heard talk about this, recommend this, etc. was Stephanie Nicole. She always talks about this product when she talks, or when she always talks about this product in her Sephora VIB recommendations, and I finally gave this a try because my hair was so damaged, and this has made such a difference in my hair care in general. But anytime I use this, I always think about Stephanie Nicole and how much thanks I owe to her for helping with the health of my hair. I actually recently cut my hair myself, you guys, and I gotta say, like, it was just a trim, you guys. Like, you probably can't even tell I cut my hair. I feel like I did a pretty good job. It was just like one night my husband and I were watching MTV The Challenge. Yes, I'm 28 years old and I still watch MTV. Fun fact, embarrassing fact about me. And we were like getting ready to go to bed after watching the challenge, and I was like, oh, like my hair is so dry and damaged, like should I just cut it? And he was like, no, like you've tried this in the past and it's gone really bad anytime you play hairdresser stuff. And I was just sitting there, and like I go and I grab the scissors and just snip, 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 and I feel like it turned out okay. So we're in the clear. Okay, another product that I still have in my collection. I feel like when I show this, if you watch this beauty influencer, you will know who it is. Can you guys guess? This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter and 100% Samantha Ravindal. I don't know if you can watch one of her videos without her mentioning this, which is fine. Like, I love how diehard she is about her diehard products. Like, when she likes a product, like, you know, because she literally mentions them and mentions them and mentions them, and that's what I love about her channel. Like, you just, like, there's no guessing what her favorites are. For me, I like this product. I don't know if I am as diehard for it as Samantha March is. It's a very unique product, and there's so much product in here. I don't know if I'll ever finish this up, but I feel like I would purchase it again when I finish it. So it's basically, I don't even know what you'd call this. I wouldn't call this necessarily like a liquid highlight, but you can definitely use it as a liquid highlight. Typically, I will just put this, like, if I'm not wearing makeup, I'll just use it as a liquid highlight, but it gives like this almost just like, it doesn't look like a highlighter. It almost just looks like really glossy skin. And truly, I have not found another product like this on the market. So I am really happy that I purchased it. I just don't have quite the love affair that Samantha does with this. Okay, and I had to mention one other product just really quickly that Samantha Ravindal, like, I have the connection with. It is the Replica by the Fireplace, I almost said conditioner, perfume. I am obsessed with this, and I remember when Samantha first started talking about this, I was like, oh, I shouldn't even go smell this because I know I'm gonna love it. And then all of a sudden I'm gonna have to purchase this $126 perfume, but frickin' A, she convinced me. I went in the store, I ended up buying the travel size first, and then I had to get the full size because I just am so obsessed with it. So dang it, Samantha, but also thank you. Okay, next up I want to talk about who first convinced me that I needed to spend $129 on a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. Stephanie Nicole played like a small part in this, but the person who like really, like, I really got my buy-in from was Nicole Renee Cutler. So I always go to her channel for eyeshadow recommendations, eyeshadow looks, etc. And she just always would rave about the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. And the reason I think she's the one who like really got my buy-in is because she talks so much about like affordable and drugstore products on her channel too, but said like, of all things, like, this was like an investment that like she really truly was happy that she made. So she's the reason why I purchased the Natasha Denona Lila palette, and I absolutely love this palette. I now have the Natasha Denona Gold palette that was given to me by my sister, and I have some of the mini Natasha Denona palettes as well. So I definitely have Nicole Renee to thank for this expensive habit. But I'm not mad about it because the shimmers in here are just like so gorgeous. Like, I can't even get over some of the like duochrome, just really unique shades in this palette. So definitely when I pull out this palette to use this, I think of Nicole Renee Cutler. Okay, I want to know if you guys can guess which YouTuber I connect with this highlighter. It is the Ofra Pillow Talk highlighter. If you guess Samantha March, you are 100% right. Samantha, first of all, recently did a collab with Ofra Cosmetics where she made her own highlight, which was chunks of Pillow Talk, and then I think it was chunks of Star Island, if I remember correctly. This is what Pillow Talk looks like. It's this blinding pink highlight. But before her collab, I mean, she just raved about this highlight as well as the Natasha Denona Super Glow highlight. So anytime I pull this out, I think of Samantha. I purchased this because Samantha was raving about it so much. I also really do like a good pink tone highlighter in the wintertime, and I mean, I take so many recommendations from Samantha. I absolutely love her channel, and we have pretty similar makeup tastes. So this is one. There's so many throughout my collection that I have like that connection. Like, I think of Samantha when I pull it out, but this is 100% one of the first things I thought of when I was making the list for this video. Okay, one that I don't currently have in my collection is the Glam Glow Glow Starter, and every time, so I've gone through 2 jars of this, and every time I would smell this, I would instantly think of this beauty influencer, and it is NikiTutorials. I can specifically remember, literally can specifically remember where I was sitting, like, it was summertime, and she was talking about how this glow starter moisturizer made your skin glow and also smelled like orange creamsicle. And I got up out of my seat, and that day I went and purchased this, and I really did like this. I don't know that I think it's worth the like $55 that I think it is. I feel like there are other products now that do similar things, or even have like have a more beautiful finish, that feel a little bit more good for your skin, feel a little bit more nourishing for your skin. I think there's more products out there on the market now that I would lean towards over this one, but I was obsessed with this product for a solid 2 full summers. It truly does just smell like an orange creamsicle, so I do love the scent of it, and it did give a beautiful glow to the skin. But 100%, anytime I smell the scent of that, even like if I'm in Sephora and like go over to it and smell it, I just instantly think of NikiTutorials. Okay, one thing I had to talk about that is from an influencer that isn't in the beauty realm is Whitney Simmons. She is a fitness channel, and I absolutely love her, you guys. If you're at all interested in fitness, or just looking for someone who has like a super bubbly, fun personality to watch, I would highly recommend checking out Whitney. My connection with Whitney is White Monster. Darn it, Whitney. I wasn't that into energy drinks. I'm more of like a coffee loving gal, but for a hot minute, actually probably for like a solid 8 months, I was drinking White Monster, at least 1 White Monster a day, because Whitney would always talk about White Monster, how she needed to stop drinking it, etc. And finally I was like, I need to try this White Monster. It was a 0-calorie energy drink. I can't drink Red Bull anymore because I've had way too many Red Bull vodkas in my life, and every time I taste Red Bull, it's like all of my college years come back to me. So anyway, I have been pretty good lately about not drinking energy drinks, but for a solid 8 months there, you guys, I was obsessed, and that was all due to Whitney. Okay, I have 2 more to share with you guys. Up next, I don't have this currently in my collection. I do plan to pick it up someday again. It's the Boom Boom Cream, and I always just think about Coffee Break with Dani when I think of the Boom Boom Cream. She wasn't necessarily the reason that I purchased this. I've told this story on my channel before, but I actually purchased the Boom Boom Cream not knowing that it was like a body cream. I'm such an idiot, and I was using it as a face moisturizer, and I remember I would like put this on before I went to work, and people would be like, oh my gosh, like you smell incredible. And I was like, oh thanks, it's like this new face moisturizer that I'm using. And then I was wondering why I was breaking out at the time. That actually happened. But Coffee Break with Dani is like legitimately, I haven't watched her channel in a little bit, but she used to be, and maybe still is, obsessed with the Boom Boom Cream, and she would like mix it with this pistache cream that I meant to order but still haven't yet. But she would like mix the two and said like they smelled very similar, etc. So I just always think of Dani when I put on the Boom Boom Cream, which hasn't been for a little bit because I'm clearly out. Oh my gosh, I feel like my foundation is like settling into my smile lines, but whatever. So Nicole, which I probably am butchering her last name, she was one of the first YouTubers that I ever watched. Her and Jaclyn Hill were my first 2. Also, I don't know why, but Nicole, so I don't know, she's like, I don't know what the correlation is, but she's a Vikings football fan, so I have like an extra special place in my heart for her. But one product that I don't have in my collection anymore because this didn't work for me, we have kind of not the same skin types, but the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. She used to rave about this all the time, and I had originally purchased the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and that didn't work for me. So then I thought, you know, the Secret brightening powder surely will, because the translucent one isn't working for me, and the brightening powder was just a little bit too heavy underneath my eyes as well. But I always think of Nicole when I think of that powder, because 100%, I remember she would talk about it, and then one day I was like, me and my husband must have been like on a road trip, and we were coming back from somewhere, and I was listening to Nicole's video, and she talked about the Secret brightening powder, and I made him stop at the mall on the way home so that I could purchase that brightening powder. Kind of embarrassing, but again, true story. All right, you guys, after that concludes my beauty guru product connections. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments about what products you connect to which beauty gurus, or any gurus in general. Would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video, and I will catch you in tomorrow's. Bye.